Hello, my dear children. It's time to return back to books. You all must be tired being at home. Want to get back to school? Please wait, don't rush now. We still have to keep ourselves safe and healthy. But don't stop studying and getting knowledge. We will study books in a little different way. So let's begin.
Can you guess who is our best friend? Yes, you are perfectly right. Books. Get ready to meet one of your friend. It's our English Balbharti textbook. This is the cover page, the opening page. This page shows the names of the members who helped to prepare this book. Next, we have the preamble, national anthem, pledge, page of contents. The page of contents show Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and Unit 4. Unit 1, first chapter, is a poem. Before we learn our first poem, we will play a little game of quiz. I will show you a picture and you need to identify the game. Yes, children? You're right. It's kabaddi. And this one? Correct. It's cricket. This one is? You're right. Chess. And which game is this? Correct. Hopscotch. And this one? Absolutely right. Hide and seek. Hide and seek. Hide and seek is a very popular children game. You can play this game with your family and friends. Before we begin with the poem, let us understand three things. Every poem has a name, and the name of this poem is a pretty game. Poems are made up of stanzas. This poem has 3 stanzas, and a person who writes a poem is called a poet. Now, kindly answer. Name of the poem? A pretty game. Number of stanzas? 3. A person who writes a poem? A poet. Here you see the picture of the sun, the rain, and the rainbow. Now, teacher will recite the poem A Pretty Game for you. a pretty game. The sun and the rain in fickle weather were playing hide and seek together, and each in turn would try to chase the other from his hiding place. At last they met to say goodbye, and lo, a rainbow spanned the sky. In the poem, A Pretty Game, the poet says, the sun and the rain are playing hide and seek in the sky, and the weather is changing quickly. The sun and the rain, in turn, try to chase each other out from their hiding places. Finally, they meet to say goodbye. At this moment, a beautiful rainbow appears in the sky, spreading from one end of the sky to the other. Now, children, let's understand the meaning of the hard words given in the poem A Pretty Game stanza wise. A pretty game. The sun and the rain in fickle weather were playing hide and seek together. The meaning of the word pretty is beautiful, lovely. The meaning of the word fickle is something that changes quickly. The meaning of the word weather is state of air at a particular place and time. And each in turn would try to chase the other from his hiding place. The meaning of the word in turn is one after the other. The meaning of the word chase is run after somebody to catch that person. At last they met to say goodbye, and lo, a rainbow spanned the sky. The meaning of the word lo is look. The meaning of the word spanned is spread from one end to the other. Now we shall recite the poem A Pretty Game. Kindly repeat after me. A pretty game. The sun and the rain in fickle weather were playing hide and seek together. And each in turn would try to chase the other from his hiding place. At last they met to say goodbye. And lo, a rainbow spanned the sky. Now you will repeat the whole poem with teacher. A pretty game. The sun and the rain in fickle weather were playing hide and seek together, and each in turn would try to chase the other from his hiding place. At last they met to say goodbye, and lo, a rainbow spanned the sky.
Come, children, let us now be ready to recite the poem with action. First, you will observe teacher, and later we shall recite the poem together. The sun and the rain in fickle weather were playing hide and seek together, and each in turn would try to chase the other from his hiding place. At last they met to say goodbye, and lo, a rainbow spanned the sky. Now you will repeat the poem aloud after me with action. The sun and the rain, the sun and the rain in fickle weather, were playing hide and seek together, and each in turn would try to chase the other from his hiding place. At last they met to say goodbye. And lo, a rainbow spanned the sky. Now, children, you and I will recite the poem together. The sun and the rain in fickle weather were playing hide and seek together, and each in turn would try to chase the other from his hiding place. At last they met to say goodbye, and lo, a rainbow spanned the sky. So children, did you enjoy learning this poem, A Pretty Game? For homework, you all will learn this poem. And for our next lecture, you all must have 100 pages single line notebook for English written work. Thank you. Have a nice day.